It's going to get bad next year. I'm telling you, it's going to get bad. Have you read how BLM thugs, Antifa thugs, are being paid by New York City and some other place, Denver, something like that, millions of dollars? So the January 6 guys go to jail for 20 years, and BLM, they get paid millions of dollars. Don't forget, in Portland, Oregon, BLM and Antifa, they literally tried to set cops on fire in a building. Don't forget, and BLM literally threw Molotov cocktails at police cars with police in it. And yet they're being rewarded millions of dollars. So in economics, incentives matter. Incentives matter. That's just a fact, Jack. And so when BLM has now been awarded millions upon millions of dollars for riots in 2020, what do you think that encourages them to do in 2024? Because 2024 is going to be even worse. You know why? Because everyone knows that Joe Biden is out of control. Everyone knows this. I mean, the guy, look, when I say out of control, it's not like he himself he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's got no brain. He's never been a smart guy. He's stupid. He's a dumb man. That's a fact. He's dumb. Joe Biden, dumb Biden, dumb Biden, idiot. But the people who run the show, we got, Obama and his better half, Big Mike. They're not bright either. We know that for a fact too. They're all being run by the people who are just nefarious without question. And these are their shock troops. And the shock troops got paid. It's nothing different than money laundering to be shock troops. You think they're not going to be shock troops next year? It's going to be nuts. Because everybody knows that Biden is a clown. Everybody knows the country's falling apart. On top of that, we have massive amounts of migrants here. Even the freaking clown from New York City, Eric Adams, he says, the migrants are ruining our city. I say, wait. Remember when Trump said they're not sending the best and brightest? Remember that? And you said he was racist. And you said, we're sanctuary cities. We bring, because the Statue of Liberty, give us your huddled masses. All of a sudden now that, what, huh? And then you hear that freaking clown in Minnesota. She said, I think it's somebody up there saying, we will defund the police. Hear me, we're going to defund the police. And now she just got carjacked, broke her leg, laceration, whatever it's called, all over her body. And now she's like, we need to up our police force. You can't put that freaking genie back in the bottle, you idiots. So not only have you driven cops out, I just got off the horn with a police guy getting ready to retire. He said, dude, you know what it's like for under the 2 years, the George Floyd, St. George, it's not like, Thomas, Doubting Thomas, we got to call him St. Thomas. So anytime you're looking at an apostle of all that's good, true, and beautiful, George Floyd, we got to call him St. George. Ben Carson, forget that guy. Forget Ben Carson because, he's a Republican. He's had everything handed to him. But St. George, oh, yes, sir, bow down. Crazy. Anyway, so we got, he said, during the time of the 2 years of St. George, it was insane. I said, how did you cope? Because look, man, I had to because my pension was at stake. And now he's going to get rewarded nicely for dealing with, and he's in a very urban area, this guy. He's freaking crushing. And the irony of all ironies is that with his pension, his Social Security, his wife's Social Security, his wife's still working, she'll have a pension too, is that they still drive older vehicles, the Camrys and Highlanders. I said, there is a conservative aspect to all people, even if they're not necessarily conservative politically. This guy is, but there's a conservative aspect to all people. And I'm not going to say conservative politically like a right winger. I don't know that to be true, but conservative, like, dude, the country's falling apart. We need to conserve the way it was, if that makes sense, where we had actually criminals that go to jail. We had fully funded operational police force. Now, will there be bad cops? Yes. Are you following Turtle Boy? You following Turtle Boy up there? TB Daily News. He's doing a huge series on Canton cover-up. Looks like the police up in Canton were up to no good when a Boston police officer got killed. And it looks like they're trying to frame an innocent woman to take the fury off of, it looks like, we don't know exactly what's happening, but it sounds like, because I got to say, allegedly, there's some nefarious stuff within that police, the district attorney and the cops investigating whatnot. It's not good. Canton cover-up under TB Daily News. Read it. It's freaking nuts. So there's always going to be some bad cops. Always going to be. Because there's always some bad people in every group, without question. In fact, it's funny because Turtle Boy, before this, His biggest claim to fame was uncovering state police corruption. Is nuts, man. Because any corrupt cop pollutes the entire police. That's just a fact. So all cops want to get rid of corrupt cops, without question. All cops do, because they don't want to be associated with corruptness. They don't, and that's why it's still shocking to me that we nominated George Floyd to be for the sainthood. I'm sitting there thinking, there's so many people that deserve accolades. It ain't that guy. Who's the other guy who, like, I forgot his name, man, but I remember, they had shirts on at like NBA games or whatever, like this guy, James Blake or something like that. I forgot his name, Blake something. And I was like, just a freaking scoundrel. I could not, and I was telling this guy today, I could not believe it. There's tons of righteous, legitimate black guys that we can freaking nominate that we should know the history. These guys ain't it. It's crazy to me. It's nuts. Anyway, so we rewarded BLM and Antifa financially for their bad behavior. All right, we punished the January 6 guys for their bad behavior. Again, that was all FBI set up. We know this. We punished the people up in Michigan for their wanting to kidnap Governor Halfwit for their bad behavior. Again, another FBI setup, without question. You got to wonder yourself, is the BLM Antifa stuff a FBI setup too, where we can money launder from them over here to there, basically take money from the taxpayer and give it to our thugs that want to run rampant on society. The only way I could possibly see that it won't be bad is that the Democrats, because they're in charge, will say, we're going to crack down because we can't have this under our. It's one thing if we're rebelling against Trump, the Republicans. It's another thing if we rebel against the Democrats. And the Democrats, they're not liberal. They're complete fascist, without question. And so, as such, they'll say, we're not going to allow this. We're going to crack down. We're going to crack heads. And the media, because the media controls the Democrats. Not the Democrats don't control the media. The media controls the Democrats. They'll never report on this stuff. They never will, because the media has one mission only. It's to promote the Democrat fascism, totalitarianism, without question. Anyway, with that said, though, can you control everybody? Because there are a lot of people out there who they're messed up in the brain. They're evil in the brain. They're evil in the brain. And I'm not sure you can control them all. So some of these people with the evil in the brain are going to be out there freaking rabble-rousing, regardless of what the Democratic Party apparatus does. And as such, it could be pretty ugly, man. I think it's going to be, actually. And I would, if I were you, I would refrain from going to any patriot parties or whatever they call it. Was that patriot, whatever? Just stay back. Stay back. Don't get involved. If they're going to ruin towns, let them ruin towns. There's nothing you can do. I mean, I get it. Kyle Rittenhouse freaking crushes. Hero. We don't want you to be Kyle Rittenhouse. His life was literally on the thin line there, even though he's completely in the right. But we want to make sure that you're away from that, because there's nothing you can do. I know it sounds fun. Man, I want to get out there and bust some heads. No, you don't want to do that. Just stay back. Let them run rampant. Now, if they're attacking you in your freaking house, that's different. Don't get me wrong. That's why the stand your ground laws are so fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Because they say they're coming after me. We're not England. We're not Massachusetts. We can fight back. But it's got to be legitimately on your house property, if that makes sense. And for me, I'm in Fulton County, Georgia. Our DA is insane. Fannie Willis, where the hell her name is. I mean, she's obviously looking for blood from, let's put it this way, people who don't fit in Fulton County, Georgia, if you know what I'm saying. And I would be one of those people. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. However, at the end of the day, you still have a right to protect your life and your property on your property, for sure. That's just a fact. Don't get involved in that crap, though, dude. There's no benefit of it whatsoever. You can't win. It's all pre-plotted. Always remember that. The FBI sting operation, January 6th, sting operation for Halfwit, the sting operation in Dallas, the FBI is all pre-plotted. And that doesn't mean all of FBI is not our friends. There are plenty of wonderful FBI people. I talk to them all the time. U.S. Marshals, Chris Barfield, freaking crushes. But there's a few in there who are up to no good. Just like there's always a few in every aspect of life. There's always a few that are up to no good. And those people can really stain everything. What you got to do is refrain, because it's going to get bad and you're going to think, oh, man, we got to do something. There's nothing you can do. Refrain. All right. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.